Got Bobby and Iz. We're going to be performing live at halftime Super Bowl Sunday. Fellas, how y'all doing, man?
We're great, man. Thank you guys for having us, man.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, that's the real deal. We got
that's right.
there you go. You know that. Absolutely. And of course, Grammy Award winning honors. You know, you've produced great records for Anthony Hamilton, Janet Jackson, obviously Usher. How has it been in this your illustrious career, and how does it feel to be performing here at the Super Bowl?
You know, what I will say is it's been a hell of a journey, 35 years, but it's been a beautiful thing. Well, you know, as Bob was just saying, you know, you think you have a plan until God shows you He has a plan, and you know, we're honored. We feel extremely blessed and grateful to be here. To be putting together this show for Usher. You know, we have a 20-year relationship with Usher. So, you know, to be here, stand the test of time, and to be playing on the biggest stage in the world, I mean, you gotta say thank you.
Amen to that.
How'd you brothers get your start? How did you get started in music?
Started in the home. My dad's a musician, and you know, he had at that time. It's like now we have DJs, which is a modern day, you know, band superstar. But my dad had top 40 bands, and he had an array of musicians. So in the house, he would have rehearsals. So music was just, you know, every day, every night, late at night, in the morning. We were just around it, and I gravitated towards the piano at about 3 years old, and just discovered my love and passion just organically, naturally as a kid at a young age. And, you know, that ventured off to me writing songs at 10 years old and exploring technology and all that stuff, and putting together a project that led to, you know, a demo, and I was signed at 12 years old at RCA Records. So that's been the journey, and you know, our love for music is just, you know, it's brought us so many different places, and took us on a journey of life that, you know, we're so blessed to be a part of.
Wow, that's amazing. At that younger age, how does that feel when you get into music and you're moving into the higher level of it?
Well, you know, I think at a young age, you know, you don't have bills, you don't have responsibility, right?
That's right.
The older you get, you know, you start understanding what life's about and what encompasses music, and it's like, okay, you know, you think you want the money and you want the stardom and the fame, and you know, the journey has taught us like what really matters at the end of the day is the music. And the music has taken us in so many different places. It's been tough. It's been very hard. You know, for two Mexicans doing black music, definitely a challenge, but that was something that was born and bred in us, and God saw fit to get us out to Minneapolis. Some kids from California.
How'd you get to Minneapolis?
Man, it was over a phone call. Man, it was over a phone call. Terry Lewis, we come from the Flight Time School in Minneapolis. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, who are responsible for us really being here and being introduced to Usher. Terry Lewis called on the phone and was checking on a project at a mastering facility, and checking on Janet actually, and he heard my project over the phone, a song, and you know, lo and behold, he wanted to know who it was, and 3 weeks later, I was in Minneapolis and signed with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis's label, Perspective Records, which at the time had Mint Condition and Sounds of Blackness, Low Key, and that's been my journey.
That's when you were just starting to pop.
Man, I was only 15.
Yeah, because all of those Mint Condition, all of wow, Sounds of Blackness, everybody.
Perspective Records, that's our family. That's where we're born and bred.
You guys touched on it earlier, you know, being Mexican artists and, you know, being in this hip hop culture. Were there any struggles or strong barriers in being a Mexican and trying to get into the game?
Absolutely. I think, you know, especially, I mean, even from our side, right? I think the perception of, because we are Mexican, what category we should be falling in, right? And it's not what my pops played in the house. My pops, we were around black music. It's what we grew to love. You know, I mean, it just became a part of who we were. And, you know, there's something to be said about that, you know, even in today's world where, you know, the one joy that really resonates with me and my brother is that, you know, throughout the years, we're really showcasing what it looks like when black and brown come together and do something powerful. And that's been our journey. It's been a fight. But I think now we have the beauty of saying, well, say what you want to say, but when you look at our catalog, it speaks for itself. And,
What are some of the songs you guys were a part of for other artists?
Well, you mentioned Anthony Hamilton. Anthony Hamilton, we did a song called "The Point of It All," which was the title track of his album.
Yeah.
Usher, I know we got that's kind of giving it away some with y'all being here, doing, we know what the set list looking like a little bit now. You know what I mean? But those was great songs.
But some of the other artists besides Usher.
Which song was it for Usher?
So we did on Confessions, we did Truth Hurts, Bad Girl, That's What It's Made For, Simple Things, Seduction.
See, you got to give them a wide variety, so you don't know which is going to be. You don't know, we still got to tune in. It's going to be your favorite track, though. It's going to be your favorite track. Now, who's the older brother?
Bob's older.
Okay, you're the older brother. Okay, good. It's just good to see the brothers. I have my brothers. I know George got 3 sons. Doing it together. You know what I mean? How's it been just working together, having each other's back in this industry?
It's carried us through, man. That's what I will say.
Yeah, it has. I'm always going to be bigger and better. And man, I love it. It's like Jimmy Jam always quantifies it as like one brain. You occupy the left, and Iz occupies the right, and together we're one. And we're always constantly thinking. We think the same. You can't always work with family. That's a true statement.
That's true.
But man, music and God just had the right plan, and we have this connection that is lasting the test of time. And we were just talking about like the Grammys, and not to take anything away from those musical platforms and the award shows, but man, there's nothing like being on a stage at the Super Bowl, the biggest show in the world, and being with your brother and playing music together. Like it's incredible.
Who can say that? Exactly. How many people? It's only a select few that can say that.
It's so ill still to this day. Even when we're at rehearsal, I'll look over to my brother, or he'll look over to me, and we'll just say, "We're at the Super Bowl, bro." Like we still have to pitch ourselves, and we were just talking earlier, and it's like what this means even for our people to be the first Mexicans to say they produced a Super Bowl show for a high-level black artist.
And y'all did the whole set. Y'all produced the whole show,
top to bottom, with our brother Lil Jon.
Oh man,
really? Wow.
Yeah,
it's amazing. That is amazing. You said something about the Grammys, and the thing stuck in my head this morning. I heard, I watched Usher on being interviewed this morning by Gayle King, and he said something that really struck me. He said, he's won these Grammys, but he's never been allowed to come on TV and accept the award. Wow. Those awards that he's won have always been given to him before the televised show. So if somebody of that level, he's still getting, what I would say disrespected. I mean, because even Gayle King was shocked. She said, "Wait a minute, you never came on stage and received the Grammy?" And said, he said, "Never. I never had the opportunity to be allowed to speak." So that just shows you how deep and ingrained it is.
It really is, and I think that's the thing. It's like, okay, we only want to take a piece of you so we can get a piece of this done. Right. I think with the Super Bowl performance that and the opportunity that he has, it's really going to showcase how incredible he is and has been for
a long time.
He is like he's the real deal, and I everybody always asks like, what are you going to expect? And for us, you're going to see something that looks timeless and sounds timeless. It really identifies what it really means to be a true artist, and to be put in that league of the Princes and the Michael Jacksons and the Sammy Davis Juniors and the Harry Belafontes. Like, he's that guy in our day and age.
And it's unique because it's something we don't see much of anymore, right?
They don't make those anymore.
They sure don't. And what do you guys want? Go ahead, Jake.
I was going to say, to my knowledge, you guys have been here at the residency too, right?
Correct.
Handling that as well. So have y'all incorporated a lot of that stuff from the?
Man, I can't spill the beans like that. But what I can say is, from different experiences that we've been a part of and have helped cultivate and introduce. Caesar's Palace was great because we were coming out of the pandemic, and it was his first time being here in Vegas. And so the mindset of what went into creating an ultimate experience, we knocked that pin down. Then Park MGM came. We were able to take a great portion of what we introduced at Park MGM or at Caesar's and bring it there, and got a win there. And we really believe and feel that this is what has led us to this very moment with the Super Bowl.
And I'll say this too. Our barometer and our gauge. I mean, literally, you know, working this thing out, it's like having imagery of Prince and Michael was like the target. And we're like, let's land somewhere right in this pocket.
Yeah,
you know, and
that's the bar.
That's the bar. And I think we've all been very mindful of creating just an experience that, you know, when halftime comes, we don't want you to go to the bathroom. We want you to stay put, and we don't want you to check your bets.
Right.
We want you to be excited and be so engaged. You know, and you know, there's some people that might not be Usher fans, and I think after this, they are going to become new
Definitely,
fans.
and they're gonna go see him on his tour coming up too.
Yes.
And last but not least, what's the next project? What you have coming up next? What's the next project you'll be working on? You brothers will be working on?
So surprisingly, we're actually getting ready to help orchestrate the music for the New Edition residency at the Win. So we're very excited about that, especially because New Edition was the first concert our parents took us to.
Oh wow!
So that means a lot to us.
Yeah. And again, Jimmy Jam and Taylor Lewis. It's like all roads lead back to family.
Back to family.
God bless y'all, man. The Avila brothers, you know, you guys blessed me today. You know, God is good, and appreciate that, man.
Hey, man, y'all are the real deal, man. I'm a believer now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Man, the most valuable thing in life is time, and thank you guys for taking out the time. And, you know, for us Latinos being in this, having this opportunity is great for our people to really see us engaged and doing something together. And we always want to let our folks know, like, you know, you can be whatever you want to be. Just it's hard. The struggle is very hard, and to accomplish anything that's big and at this magnitude, it always comes with a price. But just keep on going and keep believing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on.
Y'all check them out Sunday halftime show. Can't miss it.
Tune in.
Real Deal Sports Show. Subscribe, like, share.
Look like this, but you want this. Best-selling author Tanya Wise, certified financial strategist and your money mentor, shows you how to reduce debt and increase cash flow. 2024 is moving fast, so start your path today with the ultimate upgrade. Sound guidance and strategy to change your life. Does your finances look like this, but you want this? Best-selling author Tanya Wise, certified financial strategist and your money mentor, shows you how to reduce debt and increase cash flow. 2024 is moving fast, so start your path today with the ultimate upgrade. Sound guidance and strategy to change your life. Does your finances look like this, but you want this? Best-selling author Tanya Wise, certified financial strategist and your money mentor, shows you how to reduce debt and increase cash flow. 2024 is moving fast, so start your path today with the ultimate upgrade. Sound guidance and strategy to change